Does this movie go down as one of the best of all time, just like the HBO original series? Or is it a piece of trash? Let's go. The Many Saints of Newark is a prequel to what's known as the greatest show of all time, the HBO original series, The Sopranos. Notice how I said a prequel and not the prequel. There's a reason for that, which I'll explain later. The story is set in the 60s, and if you're a fan of the original show, you'll probably enjoy these characters, because the movie shows you all the older characters from the show when they were younger. We see Tony as a kid and a teenager, along with his mother and father. We also see the crew such as Paulie and Silvio. We do see baby Christopher in the scene, but mostly the story is about Christopher's father, Dicky Moltisanti. Many of you probably already know this, but Moltisanti means many saints in Italian, hence the title of the movie, which is a dope title, I'm not gonna lie. It just sounds epic, and they promoted this movie like it was gonna be epic too. Epic in a sense that we would learn more about Tony when he was a kid and how he became one of the greatest mob bosses of all time. Although the story does follow Dicky, and the trailer does say that this is the guy who taught and raised Tony, this movie does not do a good job at showing that. I guess if you look at it as meet the guy who influenced Tony, then maybe yeah, because the whole story is about Dicky. From my point of view, something was just missing with this character. The whole movie, I never really had a connection with him. I watched this movie twice already just to go back and see if my feelings were accurate. And I think it all comes down to storytelling. I thought maybe it was something with that actor's performance, such as was he just boring in general? But looking back on it, I thought he did a fine job. This movie pushed this character Dicky as if we really loved him as the anti-villain, just like Tony from The Sopranos. But unfortunately, it hits nowhere close to that mark. It's all due to the poor plot confusion and storyline. This movie is almost two movies in one by trying to tell two storylines. On one hand, you have Tony as a teenager, which is kind of how they promoted the damn movie, along with the characters from the original show when they were younger, which is awesome. I think that's what people wanted to see. And then on the other hand, you have the story of friendship and betrayal, all mixed in with the race riots at that time during the 60s and 70s. You have Dicky Moltisanti, played by Alessandro Nicola, and then you have Harold McBrayer, who's played by the great Leslie Odom Jr. from the classic Broadway show Hamilton. Harold works for Dicky as some type of temporary partner until he decides to step out on his own to make a name for himself. From there, drama takes its course, and you can imagine how things turn sour for this friendship or business relationship. I don't mind either of these stories being told, but there was simply just not enough time to have a good singular story while also wanting the same results for strong character development. You've probably heard this in the past about movies, but this movie would have been way better if it was its own show or a miniseries. I mean, if Squid Games could get approved for 9 episodes with an hour each per episode, I'm sure this definitely could have with the same actors signing up, but only if it was a limited series, not no dragged out show. I think HBO does have plans for other spin-off movies and shows based on the Sopranos IP, and if this is the case, I think we would look back on this movie and appreciate it for what it was. This movie did have some good lighting and really good shot selections with dope backgrounds. Everyone did their thing when it came to acting, and special shout outs to this guy Michael Gandolfini. This new actor plays teenage Tony Soprano. And if you didn't know, this kid is actually the real son of James Gandolfini, who played the legendary Tony Soprano. Unfortunately, James died from a heart attack in 2013 when his son Michael was only 14 years old. I wish Michael had more screen time in this movie. I thought he had decent potential, but like I said, the majority of screen time went to Dicky, so it is what it is. And with that being said, you probably think I bashed this movie too hard and thought it was trash. But no, I thought it was just okay for what it was and overall chill. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I had making it, and just know it's all—
And his name is John C.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Gotcha, bitch.
Mi dispiace, non mi dispiace perché questo movie è così così. So from a guy who's Italian that barely passed Italian class in high school, I pretty much said, sorry, not sorry, because this movie is so-so. But that's a damn lie, because this movie is worse than that. I'm gonna hold back from using any Italian curse words, but any hand gestures are free game.
Some bullshit. God damn. What's your profanity?
Listen, if you thought I was gonna let this review slide, then you were mistaken. This movie was so damn slow and boring, with a strong lack of plot direction. It's just one of those movies where you're watching it, and it's like, what are we even doing? Where are we going with this? And don't get me started again on the false advertising. How the hell are you going to promote this movie as if we're going to see how Tony was raised when he was barely in the movie and not even the main character? Dicky could have been an awesome side character with some depth, with teenage Tony as the lead character, and this movie would have been way better. Give the people what they want, come on. What the people don't want is for you to bring back the same actor to play 2 characters. They actually did this with a legendary actor, and I'm assuming the characters were twins, I guess? I just thought they could have gave this actor a better script and development so that his characters would have been more memorable. This just felt confusing and unnecessary. And then they had this voiceover work with this classic character that was narrating the story, but it was only very brief at like the beginning and the end, and I just thought maybe it would have been more epic if it was just consistent throughout the whole story. It could have had more of an impact in my opinion. And then there's this beach scene with two characters walking, and maybe it's just me, but it's like they decided to use this blue filter. It could just be me being moderately colorblind, but something was off. Now teenage Tony, I don't want to bash the kid because like I said, he did a pretty good job. But I just thought it was this one scene where he was outside in the rain, talking, and out of nowhere, he had like a lisp accent. Where did lisp come from? I don't know. How you switch up your accent and start talking with a lisp? I heard it. I heard that one. But maybe it's just me and I'm losing two of my senses now, sight and sound. So now to wrap up my rant on the trash that's been brought before us. I'm only saying this movie is trash because we expected so much more since this was coming from The Sopranos. But damn it, Dickie, damn it. Let me first say that there was this random ass scene, whereas the audience, we didn't know what the was going on. Was this real, a dream, a flashback? All I remember is that he was coaching this random ass Little League team of blind kids. It was just lazy to show us this other good side of him because the scene came and went. It was just confusing. And it just goes back to us having this strange disconnect with the main character, which is very unfortunate because I really wanted to like him. But if you watch the original show, you know that Dickie is Tony's idol and inspiration for the man who he's become. However, this movie did not strongly present this. There's only one scene that I could recall when Dickie was showing him this lifestyle. He just told him something along the lines like, hey, if you steal something, just keep telling yourself that this is the last time I'll steal something. I'm okay with this basic advice for this lifestyle, but it's literally the only thing the movie offers. I guess simple stealing advice is what made him become the badass mafia boss he is. Shit was ridiculous. I almost forgot, as soon as the movie's over, the credits roll, right? The first thing you see is the director's name, but it's for like a split millisecond. And I never seen that before. Usually credits take their time. This one is like they showed the director quick on purpose. It was either a glitch or they meant to do this. Something don't add up. And from my research, it appears that this director of this movie is the same guy who directed what's known as one of the worst MCU movies of all time, Thor: The Dark World. So I don't know. You tell me who dropped the ball on this.
Fuck you, Santa!
Hey! Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I had making it, and just know it's all love. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's free to do, so let's have some fun, and I look forward to us growing together on this journey. My name is Chris, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.